Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is the part 2 video of how to learn Quran even if you do not know to read Arabic. So this was one of the first videos that I've uploaded in this channel, the part 1. So that shares my journey of learning Quran and how I came up with this easy way to understand Quran, learn Quran. So recently I saw some comments stating about that app is no more available on Play Store and all that, and post that during the course of this journey of learning Quran, the technique will not be that effective when it comes to longer surahs. So I came across, by the grace of God, I was able to come up with a solution that with slightly tweaking that we'll be able to learn longer surahs. So the length of the surah is dependent upon your ability to learn. It varies from person to person. However, the technique that I'd like to share that with you guys, uh, that will help you in learning Quran. So this is the application that I was using, that I mentioned in the first video, like in the part 1 video. I'll pin them in the comments. So this one is like, it was earlier named as Listen and Learn Quran, but now they have the creators of this application has renamed it to Quran Teacher. Okay, so this is the application here. As you can see, you can select a reciter. First I'll show you where is the app. So this is the name of the application, Quran Teacher or Quran by Real Dreams. So that is the team who has made this application. Now if you open that app, you can see that select reciter. So if you haven't seen the part 1 video, you can watch that in the channel, but if you choose any of those reciters from this one, except for Mishri Al-Afasi, rest of the reciters have the whole Quran. However, I'm following Mishri with Juz Amma. And if you just scroll to any of those applications, any of those surahs, you can see that for me, say for example you choose Al-Layl. So this is the way this application runs. Okay, I hope you get the picture. It repeats after every ayah. The reciter recites the ayah, following which we can see, you can hear that some children are also repeating it. So this helps us to reinforce the learning, and it helps us with learning Quran just by listening to it. Even if you don't know to read it, you will be able to understand. But I do not recommend this as a very good method of learning. Listening and learning is definitely good, but this should not abstain you from learning Arabic. That's a great language. The understanding of the language will help you with the understanding of the Quran and connecting, and to have a better connect with the book and the Lord. Okay, so there is one option here called read. So here you can see and read it, read the Quran. Or what I do is, like, I go to another application called Quran English, and I go through this word by word meanings. So this word by word meaning will help you to maintain that flow. Say the context, how you've already learned it, and so from one ayah to the next, you will have some idea how to connect those ayahs. So that will help you. And on top of that, I do not or I strongly oppose the idea of learning the Quran by simply going through the translation. That is not the way to approach Quran. You should definitely go for a tafsir, a detailed explanation of the Quran. So there are lots of videos and lectures available on YouTube or on other apps. So one app that I recommend is Bayina TV. So that is available on Play Store, Bayina TV. That is by Ustad Noman Ali Khan. His lectures are really good. His classes are very good. So that will help you to have an understanding of the Quran. Or you can definitely read tafsirs or maybe lectures from your sheikhs or whoever you are following. from that you should develop an understanding of the surah, what Allah is communicating through that surah, what the Prophet has taught us about that surah, what was the understanding of the Sahabas. So that's very important. Post that, while learning to recite surah, this app will be of great help. Quran English, so it's word by word meanings. You can of course there is you can try out different things, different applications that will best suit your your learning curve. Now since I've told about both of those apps, I'm using a Tafsir app here. This is in Malayalam, that's my native mother tongue. So Amani Tafsir, I read that as well for a better understanding. And so I've explained the application side of it. Now regarding a longer surah, how do you crack it? Because as I said, here what is happening is like, this is 3 minutes and 50 seconds one surah. So you are reciting along with the reciter, and you are repeating after him. But for 3 minutes and 50 seconds when he comes, it depends for person to person. But if you are say, let's take this surah as an example. So you don't have that kind of a window of 3 minutes 50 seconds repetition, and you understand it, you keep track of it. If you're not able to do that, what you can do is like, so let's say you open another surah. Say I'm opening Al-Duha. You get two options, download and online. You click on download. Now that audio file is getting downloaded. Now what you do is like, you go to the file manager, you go to the file folders, here you go to the downloads. In there you can see ALMO3LEM on folder, right? Open that. So here is this is the location where all that surahs are getting downloaded. So I have just renamed some surahs here, Shams and all that. So that is me renaming it, otherwise it will be in Arabic. You can keep the count and identify which is the surah that you've downloaded, and then what you do is like, you add them to your whatever MP3 player you have on your phone. Okay, so I'm using VLC. Let me show you that. Now in that VLC I have created a playlist. Leave that, you don't need to have a playlist and all. So now you open whichever surah you're gonna learn and put the option to play that in the background. Now I'll show you. So here you have Surah Al-Layl playing, right? Now what you do is like, you hit on the top three, that hamburger menu or whatever, the top three dots, you hit there. Now you take AB repeat. So this AB repeat is an option to repeat a particular portion in loop, a small portion of not the entire MP3, but a small portion of that MP3 you can repeat in loop. So say for example, you are learning the first 3 ayahs. You set the start point, you set the end point. Now what happens is, it will play within this loop. The first 3 or 5 ayahs it will repeat in the loop. So you have limited it to your learning window. Post learning that 3 or 4 ayahs, what you do is like, you shift this AB repeat to the next 3-4 ayahs, then you learn that, then you go to the next one. Like that you'll be able to complete a longer surah. So this is an approach that even the Sahabas did. They used to learn with 3 ayahs at a time, and post that 3 ayahs, understanding them, and bringing that 3 ayahs onto their lives. Then they will learn the next 3. That is the way the Sahabas had shown us. So that's a really good approach. So from that I got inspired and tried this approach. It worked really well. So that is why I'm sharing it with you guys. So that's it. That's about it. So if you find it helpful, do share it with your brothers and sisters. Do pray for our Ummah. Do pray for our brothers and sisters who are suffering in different parts of the world. Definitely for Palestine and Gaza. That's all. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.